In DC, they call me Mo. Calvin is Calvin.
Gervonta Tank Davis and Calvin Ford have officially parted ways, marking the end of one of the most influential partnerships in modern boxing. Their relationship, which spanned nearly 2 decades, was built on mutual respect, mentorship, and a shared history that began in the gritty streets of Baltimore. However, recent developments have made it clear that both Davis and Ford are entering new phases of their careers, a separation that reflects both personal growth and professional evolution. Davis, born on November 7, 1994 in Baltimore, Maryland, was raised in an environment fraught with challenges, but he always had the drive to succeed. He first crossed paths with Ford when he was just a young boy. Ford, who had his own troubled past after serving time in prison, became a guiding figure in Davis's life. Having turned his own life around, Ford was deeply committed to using boxing as a means of providing structure and discipline to the youth of Baltimore, helping steer them away from crime and giving them a pathway to a brighter future. Their partnership began when Davis was just 7 years old. At that time, Davis was a raw, fiery young boy with an undeniable passion for boxing. Ford was immediately struck by his tenacity and hunger to succeed, even though he initially brushed Davis off because he had a fight to focus on. However, over time, Ford became a surrogate father figure to Davis, providing guidance both in and out of the ring. Ford's mentoring went far beyond the gym as he instilled in Davis values such as loyalty, discipline, and respect, principles that would become the cornerstone of Davis's career. Davis's natural talent and relentless work ethic quickly became apparent. Under Ford's guidance, he progressed through the ranks of boxing. Ford's approach to training was rooted in a deep understanding of the sweet science, focusing on technical precision, footwork, and defense to complement Davis's explosive power and athleticism. Their synergy was undeniable, and it became clear that they had a special bond, one that would lead to Davis's ascent in the sport. By the time Davis turned professional at the age of 18, he had already amassed an impressive amateur record of 221 wins and just 5 losses. He quickly garnered attention for his knockout power and his ability to end fights with a single punch. Comparisons were drawn to legendary figures like Mike Tyson, as Davis's knockout ratio was unmatched. Under Ford's tutelage, Davis achieved immediate success as a professional, capturing world titles across multiple weight divisions, including super featherweight, lightweight, and super lightweight. His pay-per-view bouts, particularly those against opponents like Ryan Garcia and Leo Santa Cruz, cemented his status as one of boxing's biggest stars. Despite the fame and success, Davis never lost sight of the role Ford played in shaping his career. Ford was not only his coach, but also his mentor, guiding him through the ups and downs of his personal life. The relationship was a lifeline for Davis, especially given the absence of a strong paternal figure in his own life. Ford was always there to offer support, whether it was dealing with the pressures of street life in Baltimore or navigating the challenges of becoming a world champion. Ford's impact on Davis went far beyond boxing. He helped Davis grow into both a man and a champion. However, as Davis's career continued to rise, so did the pressure. The more successful he became, the more difficult it was to maintain the close-knit dynamic he had with Ford. As Davis evolved into a global superstar, their professional relationship began to change. There were increasing signs that their visions for the future were no longer aligned. This shift is common in sports, where success often brings about tension as athletes and coaches struggle to navigate the evolving demands of the sport and the growing expectations of the public. As Davis began to assert his independence, the rift between him and Ford became more pronounced. The immediate catalyst for their separation came in early January 2024, when reports surfaced that Calvin Ford had been arrested on charges of assault with a deadly weapon in Nevada. This legal trouble put additional strain on an already fragile relationship. Ford was taken into custody by Baltimore police and was awaiting transfer to Nevada to face the charges. In the aftermath of Ford's arrest, Davis publicly announced that he would be parting ways with his longtime trainer. Despite the difficult decision, Davis expressed his respect for Ford and acknowledged the pivotal role he played in his career. In an Instagram live session, Davis addressed the split, stating, "I'll always respect Calvin for what he's done for me. But sometimes you have to make tough decisions to move forward. It's all love at the end of the day. Ford, in turn, echoed Davis's sentiments, describing their separation as a decision made in the best interest of both parties. The news of their split sent shockwaves through the boxing world, with many wondering what this would mean for Davis's future. Ford had been instrumental in shaping Davis's career, and his absence created uncertainty. Davis had relied on Ford not only for training but also for guidance in life. Ford's mentorship was crucial during the early years of Davis's career, and it was clear that the bond between them was more than just professional. It was deeply personal. The departure from Ford marks a pivotal moment in Davis's career and raises questions about the future of his boxing trajectory. Finding a new trainer who can step into Ford's shoes will not be an easy feat. The trainer Davis chooses will play a critical role in shaping his future, particularly as he faces the challenges posed by elite fighters in the lightweight division. Potential opponents including Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, and Vasyl Lomachenko are all formidable challenges for Davis, and his ability to adapt to a new coaching dynamic will be crucial. Davis's decision to part ways with Ford also highlights the broader theme of mentorship in boxing. The sport is known for its tight-knit relationships between trainers and fighters, often forming bonds that go beyond the gym. These relationships are built on trust, respect, and mutual commitment, but they are not without challenges. As fighters grow and evolve, so too must their training dynamics. The split between Davis and Ford serves as a reminder of how difficult it can be to maintain these relationships over time, especially as success brings new pressures and expectations. For Ford, the future is uncertain. His legal troubles present a significant obstacle, but they are unlikely to overshadow his legacy as a trainer. Ford's ability to transform raw talent into world-class fighters has earned him respect in the boxing community, and many believe that his contributions to the sport will endure regardless of his personal setbacks. Even without Davis by his side, Ford remains a significant figure in boxing, and his influence continues to be felt at the Upton Boxing Center, where he mentors the next generation of fighters. As for Davis, the decision to part ways with Ford represents an opportunity for growth. It allows him to take control of his career and make decisions that align with his vision for the future. Davis's career is far from over, and his split from Ford opens a new chapter in his journey. The road ahead will undoubtedly be challenging, but it is also filled with opportunity. Davis will need to find a new trainer who can complement his skills and help him adapt to the ever-evolving world of boxing. The split between Davis and Ford is a story of triumph, adversity, and the inevitable changes that come with personal and professional growth. Their partnership was a testament to the power of mentorship and the transformative potential of sports. It is a reminder that while success in the ring is important, the relationships built along the way can be just as impactful. As Davis moves forward in his career, he will undoubtedly carry with him the lessons learned from Ford's mentorship. Likewise, Ford will continue to shape the careers of young fighters, ensuring that his legacy as a trainer remains intact. In the end, the separation between Davis and Ford represents the natural evolution of their respective journeys. For Davis, it is a chance to redefine his career and continue his ascent to greatness. For Ford, it is an opportunity to reflect on the impact he has had on Davis's life and the lives of countless other fighters. Their partnership may have come to an end, but the legacy they created together will continue to resonate within the boxing world for years to come.